Hello, everyone. Um, I just wanted to say hello to all of you, and I would like to give you a bit of an update of what's going on with us here in Brazil. Everything is fine. We're all home. In fact, we've been at the house isolated for pretty much 4 weeks. It's been a month. This is my office. This is where we work. We always work from home, so this hasn't really changed for us. So this is an office that I share with Arnaud, and so when we're not in the field, this is where we work anyway. Um, the kids are home too, so they have decided, the school has decided that this is their winter vacation, so they're not going back to school until early May or so. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The number of cases of coronavirus here in Campo Grande is increasing. We're up to 97 cases right now, and it just keeps going up. So it doesn't really look like things will be back to normal in May. So we're just monitoring the situation and just trying to figure out how much longer we need to stay home, and you know when we're gonna be able to go back to normal life. Although we're pretty sure that it's not going to be anytime soon, and we're not even sure if normal life is going to exist anymore. But anyway, we keep working. So we're now in the office 24/7. We don't really have a lot of field work in the first half of the year anyway, because the Pantanal is flooded, the Amazon is flooded, so most of our field work is always carried out in the second half of the year, starting in May, June, usually in June. So it's for us, it's being in the office right now, it's normal. So we have the entire team working from home, and we get together once every 2 weeks or 3 weeks through Skype or Zoom or one of these virtual meetings software. And we have a huge list of things that need to be done, office work. So we're just going through that list one by one. And it's going really, really well. So we're doing lots of data processing, 24 years of data that we're now organizing really, really well, and working on publications. We have 7 publications being prepared as I speak. 2 additional publications were submitted recently, so we're waiting for results. One that was submitted last year came back requesting revisions, so we're working on those revisions as well. My new vet, well, you guys remember that I have a completely new team right now, biologists, Felipe Fantassini, and 2 veterinarians, Alexandra Cumerlato and Ricardo Arraes. And Alexandra, she's an expert on teeth, so she's now going through our entire database of photos of tapir teeth, photos that we've been taking since the work in the Atlantic forest. So we have this ginormous database of photos, and Alexandra is finalizing our key to estimate tapir age through their teeth. And we're very, very excited about that. And a paper will come out of this work, as well as a document, a key, like a more graphic kind of a document that we're going to distribute as widely as possible to whoever would benefit from something like that. Our vet Ricardo is going through our database of camera trap photos from the Cerrado, and trying to determine a buddy score for each animal, for each set of photos and or videos. And this work will generate a paper on tapir health in the Cerrado biome, mostly based. We have already published a paper on tapir health in the Cerrado, based on exams of biological samples. Now we're going to write a second one. Ricardo is already writing a second one talking about tapir health based on photos and body score, how these animals look like in different seasons of the year and in different kinds of land use. Felipe, our biologist, he went through our entire database of camera trap photos from the Pantanal, looking at different variables that we want to study right now, like photos of behavior, photos that bring some kind of information about tapir health, photos of interactions with other animals, social organization, reproduction, all kinds of variables, all kinds of information really that we can obtain, compile from this ginormous camera trap database we have. And Felipe got to process and work with all the photos that we collected in January from our camera traps before the whole coronavirus thing started. And he trained himself, and I helped a little bit on identifying all the different individuals that we monitor. And he did a fantastic job, and he's now as much of an expert as I am. So we now have 2 people in the team who can review the camera trap photos and identify the tapirs for all kinds of questions we're trying to answer right now. And Felipe is also working on a paper on tapir nutrition based on tapir fecal samples and an analysis we carried out last year. So he's now analyzing all the data so that we can start working on this paper. And I am overviewing all of this and working on finalizing our spatial ecology and movement ecology data. I'm pretty close to being done with this. And once I finish, which should be next week, I will start working on the papers comparing Atlantic Forest, Pantanal, and Cerrado in terms of spatial ecology and movement ecology. And density, population density, and all these different biomes and habitat use. We have pretty much 4 or 5 papers that will come out of this data analysis that I'm about to finish. You guys know that we started, we went back to the Atlantic Forest. We started our line transect sampling in the Atlantic Forest in the beginning of March. We selected 4 amazing volunteers for this work, 4 girls, 3 biologists and 1 veterinarian from different parts of Brazil. And we got the project started. They were able to collect data for a whole month in Morro do Diabo State Park, which is our very first study site in São Paulo State. But then coronavirus came, and the director of the protected areas for the state of São Paulo decided to cancel any kind of research in the areas for now, until we figure out what's going to happen. So we had to pretty much rescue the girls from the park, because they were there, the 4 of them, isolated in the middle of the forest, in the headquarters of the park, which is located in the middle of the forest. So they were very, very safe. We were confident that it was going to be okay for them to continue collecting data. My field assistant Jose was there with them. So it was actually riskier for them to get out at this point than to stay there. But we did it. It was a bit of an operation, but we were able to bring them back to their their homes in, as I said, in different parts of Brazil, and everybody's safe. So that's not canceled, but it's postponed for we don't know. We hope to go back at some point this year. But it really sucks because we went through the whole process of selecting the volunteers and starting. We bought all the equipment. We trained them. We got the whole thing started, and we had to stop now, and we'll see what happens. But as I said, it was going really well in March. They worked for 30 days. They walked 400 kilometers, more than 200 hours of survey. They had more than 30 sightings, and almost 50 different tapirs were seen. So, and we were planning to keep this going until the end of May. So we were hoping to run this field work for 3 months. So what we need to do is to find a way to go back for 2 months in the second half of the year. And that's it. So we're now here in the office, trying to do the best we can to be as productive as possible, and just, you know, going through all our data, all our photos, all our videos, everything, and working on a couple of films that will be launching soon, and just monitoring the situation. As you know, we are scheduled to start the Amazon program in June. Our first expedition to the Amazon is scheduled for June, and but we don't know if we're going to be able to go. We think it's pretty safe for us to go to the Pantanal because the ranch where we work is in the middle of nowhere. It's very remote, very isolated. We're actually going there next week to go through our camera trap grid. We need to retrieve our memory cards, replace the memory cards and the rechargeable batteries, so we can process the photos and the videos once again. So we're going to the ranch, myself, Felipe, and Ricardo, and we think that maybe in June, instead of running the first Amazon expedition, we could maybe run our first Pantanal expedition while we wait for a better moment to go to the Amazon. In any case, we're in the process of finalizing the MOUs with all the different partners that we're going to work with in the Amazon, and it was really time consuming to write those MOUs, and we're now revising them. We're now going through the MOUs with the help of all these different partners so that we can come up with final versions soon. So yes, that's it. This is what we have been up to. I'm sure I'm forgetting a bunch of things, but we're making sure we're as productive as possible. Focusing on publications has been something that I've been trying to do since last year, so we're taking advantage of the situation, the bizarre situation we're going through right now to do that, to work on several publications we really want to submit and get published before the end of the year. And that's it. Other than that, we're healthy, we're safe. Everybody here, all the teams, healthy, safe, staying home. We're in touch with our families, trying to exercise, in my case, trying to do yoga as often as possible, meditation, whatever it takes to stay sane. And I just wanted to say hello. I hope you're all healthy and safe as well. And I hope we'll have better news, a better situation around the world very soon. So, as I said, just a quick hello, just a quick update. I'm going to post a few photos as well. And we'll keep in touch. Once again, thank you so much for your support. It's always been super important to us. It's particularly important right now. Thank you so much. Take care. Stay home. Bye.